We are hanging out at another farm in Utah in this hoop house, which is used to grow tomatoes. Today we're pulling out all the tomatoes because apparently they've gotten a virus from it being so humid in here. We're pulling them out and salvaging the appropriate looking ones so that they can be sold to a local store, and we're sorting the bad tomatoes.
And on these tomatoes, you can pick the flowers, which would inevitably turn into a fruit. You can just eat them now. They're sweet. And so normally with all of the old vines, we would throw them in a compost pile with the rest of the scrap veggies to go back into the soil for everything else to grow. But in this case, these tomato plants had a virus. And so in order to sort of eradicate that virus, we're putting them in a separate pile that's just going to be burned because you just don't want to spread that virus. And the tomatoes on the vines now are super green, but when you pull them in like 2 or 3 weeks time, they'll be ripe and super good to eat. Really amazing how many tomatoes you can get out of this really small area. Makes a funny noise on the ceiling. On the tomatoes.
Go get her. Sorry, boss.
Fresh water. That was a lot of water. So we're now preparing this field for the winter, and what we're doing is rolling up the drip irrigation. We roll it up because the water would freeze over the winter and crack it, and also the sun would start to deteriorate the walls of the plastic tubing. We're also raking up all of the dead vines. In this case it was squash in this bed. And when we're done here, George is going to come with a tiller and till everything up. And in this other large field behind me, George has planted ryegrass, which is building and fixing nitrogen in the soil so that plants in the future can really proliferate in the soil that's there, and they can provide nutritious vegetables.
fly out.
Yay, food's ready.
So this what I'm standing on here is just the medicine wheel, and it is a place and a space to practice Tai Chi, Qigong, meditation, and just connect more firmly with your inner self. The idea here, as explained by George, is it works in a 7-dimensional way. It works with north, south, east, west, in which it's aligned. It also works in the upward dimension towards the cosmos and lower dimension towards the core of the earth. And the 7th dimension is you. It's just a really nice space. There's crystals outlined and some good feeling energy here.